So I'm going to carry my white yarn up and thread into the loop. Again, we're going to start with a single crochet, which is going to count as the first single, and another single into that same stitch. We're going to work one single into the next stitch. We're now going to work front post doubles into these stitches that are down at the bottom. So we yarn over, go behind the stitch, pick up the loop, try that again, yarn over, behind the stitch, pick up the loop, pull to the front, yarn over through two, and yarn over through two. We do exactly the same into the second stitch with the front post. We're now going to skip the 2 stitches here on the red where we've done the 2 front post stitches. So into the 3rd stitch we're going to do a single. We then skip the 2 stitches again as before. We do 1 single into the next stitch. We're now going to work into these 2 singles from the last row of the white. So yarn over, behind the stitch, pick up the loop, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, and again into the second we do a front post double. Again, we're going to skip the 2 stitches of the previous row and we do 1 single crochet into the next stitch. We now work the 2 singles into each of the next 2 stitches. And we do 1 single crochet into the next stitch. We're now going to do the front post doubles around the 2 stitches here, the next 2 after the 2 that we've just done the front posts in. So yarn over, behind the stitch to pick up the loop, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, and the same again into the second stitch, a front post double. Skip the next 2 stitches and 1 single into the next. So we're still keeping with the 2 singles in each of the 2 stitches at the top, and we've still got the 4 stitches coming back down towards the dip. We're going to skip the next 2 and single crochet in the next one, and then we're back to the front post stitches that we're going to work from the previous white row. And again we work 2 and then skipping 2 stitches, we're then going to single crochet into 1 stitch, and then we do the 2 singles in each of the next 2 stitches. So each time on each row we're decreasing by skipping 2, and we're actually increasing 2 stitches at the top of the peak. We then single crochet in the next stitch, and then we're going to do the next 2 front post doubles in these 2 stitches here. So there's one, and the second. We skip the 2 stitches from the previous row, 1 single crochet, and then we're going to skip the next 2 and work 1 single crochet. And we're going to do the last 2 front post doubles in these 2 stitches. So then we've got 1, and 2. Skip 2 stitches and work 1 single crochet, and then we're back to the very end, where in the final stitch we're going to work 2 single crochets. The next row is exactly the same as these other rows, where we're going to start with the 2 stitches into the first stitch. So we've got a single, 1 chain to count as the first single, and a single crochet, and then we're going to work 4 singles, and then we skip the 2 stitches and work 4 to come back up. And then 2 singles in each of the next 2 stitches, and 1 single in each of the next 4. Skip 2 stitches and work 1 single into each of the next 4 stitches, and 2 singles in each of the next 2. One single in each of the next 4. Oops. 4, and skip 2 stitches, and we work 1 single in each of the next 4. And again into the final chain stitch from the previous row. We work 2 singles. So there we've got the full pattern repeat, where each row, apart from the front post double rows, are all going to be exactly the same. That you're going to start with 2 stitches, work 4, skip 2, work 4, do 2 stitches in each of the next 2, work 4, skip 2, and so on. And then on the front post row, we're going to work the 2 stitches, 1 single, and then 2 front posts and 1 single, skip 2, 1 single, 2 front posts, 1 single, and then we're going to work the 2 stitches into each of the stitches at the top of the peak. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.